Okay, so picture this. You've got the flashing lights. The camera's outside a Los Angeles courthouse.
Just chaos.
Total chaos. The paparazzi are practically climbing over each other, all waiting for, that one shot.
A money shot, a tearful exit, a defiant glare, anything.
Right. But then, if you cut away from all that noise, and you picture a nursery, in some multi-million-dollar home.
It's just quiet.
Silent. Total silence. And that contrast, it's just so jarring. You see the headline. It's screaming $100,000 debt, kids taken, her life collapsed.
It really is the kind of headline that just stops you mid-scroll. We're talking about a Hollywood starlet who, she was a staple in movies like Hart of Dixie and White Chicks.
A household name for a while.
Absolutely. And just a few months ago, she was spotted in West Hollywood flashing this massive diamond engagement ring. She looked like she was on top of the world.
And today, that glitter is gone. It's Friday, January 23, 2026. The diamond is off, the husband is filed for divorce, and the legal documents are just stacking up. Welcome to StarScope Report. I'm Jordan, here to unpack the filings that dropped literally yesterday.
And I'm Jamie. And honestly, this isn't just another breakup. This story is about how a series of legal and financial dominoes just fell one by one.
It's a complete collapse.
It is. It's leading to what looks like total insolvency and really a custody nightmare. We are diving deep into the breaking news on Jaime King, the brand new divorce, losing her kids, and this financial hole that just keeps getting deeper.
So let's just get right into it. The bombshell that dropped yesterday, Thursday, January 22nd, Austin Sosa has filed for divorce from Jaime King, Los Angeles Superior Court. And the thing that strikes me immediately isn't just the divorce itself, but the confusion it caused. I was looking at the reactions online, and like half the comments were, wait, she was married.
That's the twist that caught everyone completely off guard. We knew they were engaged. We saw the ring back in July of 2025.
Right.
But this secret wedding, it happened sometime late in 2025. There was no magazine cover, no big announcement. And now, barely months later, it's just over.
And to understand why it collapsed so fast, I think you have to look at who she actually married. Because Austin Sosa, he is not your typical Hollywood rebound.
Not at all.
I pulled his files from the source material, specifically his FINRA records. That's the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority.
Okay, right, because he's not an actor or director. He's in finance.
Far from it.
Yeah.
Austin Sosa is an investment banker.
Yeah.
He's a BYU grad, formerly with Citigroup Global Markets.
Yeah.
And, in that world, your regulatory record is everything. I'm looking at these docs, and his record is, it's clean. No regulatory actions, no disputes, nothing.
That is such a crucial piece of this puzzle. Think about the psychology of someone with a clean, FINRA record who works at that level of finance.
It's all about structure.
Exactly. They value structure, risk management, stability. Their entire job is to mitigate chaos.
And he married into arguably one of the most chaotic legal storms in Hollywood right now. You've got this stable, by-the-book banker meeting an actress who is in the middle of a brutal custody war.
The timeline is just wild. They met in December 2024 through friends. By July 2025, she's wearing his ring. It moved incredibly fast.
It really did.
It just screams seeking sanctuary, doesn't it? She was even staying with her parents after moving out of her apartment. She went on the Juicy Scoop podcast in September and called him her person. It felt like she was grabbing onto a life raft in a hurricane.
But the raft just completely capsized. And we have to talk about the catalyst here because the timing, it feels suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Just days before this filing, the rumor mill goes into overdrive. Jane was spotted at the Chateau Marmont and then the Bombay Palace restaurant with the hotelier Vikram Chatwal.
And for anyone who doesn't follow, hospitality industry gossip, Vikram Chatwal is not just some hotel owner. He has a reputation. A wild lifestyle reputation, and a past divorce that involves some really serious allegations of substance abuse.
Yeah. So Jamie's camp, of course, claimed these were just business meetings.
Of course they did.
But look at the sequence of events. She's seen with Chatwal in early January. Days later, Austin Sosa, the guy with the risk-averse, clean FINRA record files for divorce.
It really suggests a breach of trust that was irreparable. Or maybe for men like Sosa, just the appearance of that kind of instability was enough to just cut his losses.
I think so.
But here's where it gets truly fascinating and frankly tragic. A secret wedding ending in a few months is bad enough emotionally, but legally and financially. This marriage might have been the single most expensive mistake Jaime King has ever made.
Okay, let's unpack that because the math on this is absolutely brutal. A secret wedding ending in months is bad enough. But when you hear how this marriage actually cost Jaime thousands of dollars a month she didn't have, and, oh yeah, the shocking arrest threat hanging over her head.
It sounds so counterintuitive, that getting married would end up costing you money. But in this case, it seems like it triggered a trap in her previous divorce settlement.
It did. We have to flash back to her first divorce, the one from director Kyle Newman. That battle dragged on for 3.5 years, from 2020 to 2023. It was messy. It was expensive.
So expensive.
And according to the court documents we have, Jaime owes, get this, $98,441.16 in unpaid legal fees.
Wow. And not just to any firm, right?
No. She owes this to Wasser, Cooperman, and Mandels. That's Laura Wasser's firm.
The queen of celebrity divorce.
Oh.
You do not want to owe her money.
No, you do not. It got so bad that back in August 2025, a judge, Shelley Kaufman, ordered Jaime to court to reveal her finances or, and this is a direct quote, face potential arrest.
So she was ghosting on the bill from the top divorce lawyer in Hollywood.
Exactly. So she's already deep in the hole.
Yeah.
But here's that support trap I mentioned. In her divorce settlement with Kyle Newman, there was a very specific agreement about spousal support.
Okay. I remember this. Newman was paying her spousal support, right?
Oh, he was. He was ordered to pay Jaime $1,000 a month, plus a percentage of his income over a certain threshold. It wasn't, a fortune by Hollywood standards, but it was guaranteed income.
Right, a steady check.
However, the legal terms stated very clearly, this payment ends if she remarries.
Ah, I see exactly where you're going with this. By secretly marrying Austin Sosa late last year, she triggered that clause.
That's it. She immediately forfeited her guaranteed income from Newman. She turned off that tap. And here's the kicker. Because her marriage to Sosa lasted only a few months, under California law for short marriages, she is likely entitled to absolutely nothing from him.
That is a financial disaster.
A complete disaster.
So she went from having a small but steady safety net from Newman to having zero support from anyone. She essentially zeroed out her own income stream for a marriage that didn't even last a season.
It makes you wonder if she didn't read the fine print, or if you just bet everything on Sosa being the permanent solution.
I think it has to be the latter. She probably thought, hey, I'm marrying a successful investment banker. I don't need the $1,000 from Kyle.
Right.
But she didn't account for the volatility. And this is all happening while she's facing other lawsuits for unpaid rent.
Oh, yeah, the eviction suit. A lawsuit for over $42,000 in unpaid rent from January of 2025. In her own court filings, she literally claimed she lacks the ability to pay support.
Okay, so let's just recap the board here. She is broke. She is single again. She's being sued by her own superstar lawyer. She's facing eviction. And she voluntarily cut off her only stream of alimony.
She's broke, she's single, and she's being sued by her own lawyers. But sadly, money isn't the only thing Jaime King has lost. Coming up, the heartbreaking reason she can't be alone with her own children.
And this is the part of the story that really shifts from, like, a financial cautionary tale to just a genuine tragedy. We aren't just talking about money anymore. We're talking about access to her two sons, James Knight and Leo Timms.
I was reading through the court documents from March of 2025, and they're chilling. A judge granted Kyle Newman, her first ex-husband, sole physical custody of the boys.
Sole physical custody it's really rare in California. The courts here are famous for defaulting to 50-50 unless there's a glaring, dangerous reason not to. They want both parents involved.
So for a judge to strip custody like that, the evidence must have been, well, overwhelming.
It had to be.
And the cause listed in the documents is specific. The court found that King failed to complete a court-ordered 6-month drug and alcohol rehab program and missed required testing.
Oof. And in family court, missing a test is almost always treated the same as a positive test. It's seen as non-compliance.
Right.
And because of that, she lost her custodial rights.
The restrictions they placed on her are incredibly strict. She's allowed visitation, yes, but only 3 times a week, and it has to be supervised.
And we aren't talking about, like, a court-appointed monitor or a nanny supervising.
No.
The court specified it had to be family members, like her mom or even Newman's brother.
Could you just imagine the psychology of that? You're a mother. You want to see your kids. You're growing boys. But you can't be alone with them. You have to sit there while your ex-husband's brother watches you to make sure you're being safe. It's a level of humiliation and restriction that is just, it's hard to wrap your head around.
It creates such a massive disconnect with what the public sees, because if you just look at her Instagram, you would have no idea any of this was happening.
That's the Sunday Funday mask. I was scrolling through her feed while reading the court docket. She posts these photos, smiling faces, wind in their hair, captions about my babies. It looks perfect.
It looks like a happy, healthy, co-parenting family.
But the reality is, those photos are taken during court-mandated supervised visits because the legal system has determined she is not safe to be alone with them.
Wow.
It really just highlights the dissonance between the image the celebrities project and the cold, hard legal reality. And we have to remember the history with Newman was so bitter. There were accusations of domestic violence, electronic tracking. It was ugly.
Yeah, Newman's whole argument was basically that he had to become a stay-at-home dad because he couldn't leave the kids alone with her. And now, looking at this March 2025 ruling, the court effectively agreed with him. He holds all the cards now.
All of them, including something called tie-breaking authority on legal decisions.
And that's massive.
It is. Usually, even with split custody, parents have to agree on things like schools, doctors, religion. If they don't, they go to mediation.
But here, if they disagree, Newman just wins. End of story.
She's completely lost her voice in her own children's lives.
Yeah.
And that has to be devastating.
Absolutely.
If your jaw's on the floor listening to this legal roller coaster, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We track these Hollywood filings in real time so you don't have to dig through the court docs yourself.
So now we really need to look at the aftermath of all this. We have a woman who moved from an incredibly high conflict situation with Newman
Right.
directly into a marriage with Sosa.
We call that rebound stability, right? She found a guy who was everything her life wasn't at that moment. Stable, employed, quiet, a banker.
Exactly. Austin Sosa was supposed to be the safe harbor. But a secret marriage, hidden from the public, maybe hidden from the pressures of her other legal battles, it just couldn't withstand the weight of her reality. You can't hide a $100,000 debt in a custody battle forever.
And think about it from his side for a second. You marry someone, and suddenly you're dragged into this world of paparazzi, court dates, and maybe seeing behaviors that just do not align with that clean, Finner-eye life. The pressure on that relationship must have been immense.
Oh, for sure. And now that it's over, look at the stakes for her. She is now facing 2 ex-husbands. She has no spousal support coming from either of them. She's still under court order for rehab and testing if she ever wants to get her kids back.
And the rumor mill is spinning again. Yeah. With Sosa out, the question becomes, will that business relationship with Vikram Chatwal turn into something else?
Or is that just another bridge burned in a moment of chaos? It's a terrifying position to be in. She has effectively isolated herself, both financially and legally, and getting back on her feet isn't just about willpower. It takes money.
So much money.
Rehab costs money. Lawyers cost money. A home that's suitable for children costs money.
And right now, she has none of that.
It raises a really important question for anyone listening. We often look at these celebrity stories as, just pure entertainment, but this is a systemic collapse of a person's life.
It really is.
And in a town that's built on image, how long can you really keep up that Sunday Funday facade before the legal documents just tell the real story?
And more importantly, with her safe harbor marriage to Austin Sosa now gone, does Jaime King have any safety net left at all?
It really doesn't look like it.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.